sir. Could I ask a quick question for my interview?
Yes, of course. What's the question?
What is the first thing that comes to mind when I say nuclear energy?
Well, definitely nuclear waste. I imagine those big cartoon drawings of nuclear barrels filled with radioactive goo. I also imagine those mushroom clouds left after explosions. Very dangerous things.
Do people generally think that nuclear energy is a bad thing?
To check, we made a survey regarding people's general impressions when talking about nuclear energy. 70 people answered the survey and the results aren't quite optimistic. Most of the people we surveyed are ages from 15 to 20. The first thing that came to mind was usually
a nuclear bomb or disaster such as Chernobyl. They also talked about mushroom clouds, radioactivity signs, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and nuclear waste.
Their impression was overwhelmingly negative, and when I asked if they're afraid of nuclear energy, most answered that they're in the middle, but there's a lot of fear present. We can't change the history regarding nuclear bombs, but we can try to erase the negative impression by explaining how nuclear energy isn't as bad as everyone thinks. For that, we need to explain what nuclear waste is and how do nuclear power plants even work.
nuclear power plants heat up water by using the heat released from fission reactions. This water evaporates and drives a turbine, which drives a generator that produces electricity.
This energy is released when an atom of an unstable element such as uranium splits apart and releases a lot of heat. This uranium is used as fuel in the fuel rods inside the reactor.
Nuclear waste is all that's left after using the fuel, such as the used fuel rods. These fuel rods remain dangerous for thousands of years. But nuclear waste isn't just the used uranium. 90% of the waste are all the irradiated materials, tools and clothing used. Nuclear waste is stored in underground facilities which stop radiation from spreading.
But how does nuclear energy compare? For example, one big nuclear power plant yearly produces 25 tons of dangerous nuclear waste, while one coal power plant produces around 300,000 tons of ash yearly. That's excluding the CO2 being produced. This is because the energy density of coal is much less than that of uranium.
Nuclear energy is a green energy source because it produces no greenhouse gases such as CO2. It only produces water vapor. New technologies even utilize recycling nuclear waste into new fuel rods. Such technologies are already being used in France and Japan.
To conclude, when compared to other hazardous waste, nuclear waste isn't all that bad. 1. Nuclear waste can easily be stored using existing methods. 2. Producing zero greenhouse gases, nuclear energy is a good green alternative. And 3. New technologies show hope for an even more efficient use of fuel, reducing the amount of nuclear waste by recycling it.